Hi, I'm Andre.
And I'm Lillian,
We are a Polish-Brazilian couple
living in Brazil and
renovating
renovating
a
a whole
whole
house.
house.
Hello, everybody. Today, Anjay is going to start installing the tiles on this wall of the laundry place. But to do so, he will first water this wall, and then later he's going to apply a product called modified polymer mortar to help waterproof the wall. You can see here that he applies it in two steps. The first step, he applies it using one direction, the brush always in one direction. Let's suppose he uses first horizontal, wait for it to dry like 3 hours, 4 hours. It depends on the weather. If it's a hot day, it dries faster. If it's cold or wet, it dries much slower. After it dries, he repeats another coat, but then he uses the opposite direction. If he first use horizontal movements, then he's gonna use vertical movements with the brush. And after Andre waterproofed this wall, he started mixing the tin set to start setting the tiles. But then we had an enormous surprise. Take a look at the texture and consistency of the tin set he bought. It's so bad. You see, it falls. It doesn't have this adhesion. So look, it falls off the wall. The texture is like sandy texture. It's not that nice texture and consistency we see in so many videos on the internet. It's really, really bad. And after he set some tiles, 2 or 3 tiles, he said, "Oh, we were in doubt that this tin set would even hold these tiles in place." So he decided to remove the tiles, remove the tin set, clean the tiles, and we started asking at the stores if we could find another brand. Much to our surprise, here in the small town we live, all the stores that we phoned, that we called, had only two brands of tin set. One was this brand that we used, and it was very bad, and another brand that we didn't know anything about. Even in one store, the salesperson said, but referring to the tin set we bought and it's this horrible thing, he said, but this is the best one. The other one, talking about this other brand that we didn't know at that time, he said, no, this other one is sandy, is hard to work with. Most people who work with it, they say they don't like. That's why we only sell this brand. And then I told Anjay, a salesperson said that this other brand is even worse. What are we gonna do? Anjay said, we have no option. We have to try. No, even if the salesperson said it's so bad, we have to try. And then we bought this other one, and turns out it was great. Very good consistency, very good texture. It's creamy, it's not sandy. The consistency is good, it's not hard. So I want you to take a look at the difference between the tin sets. As you can see, the first tin set we bought is horrible. Look how hard. Look at the difficulty Andre is having to spread it over the tile. It looks so hard. It's sandy. It doesn't go well. The other one is creamy, is smooth. You see, it's so easy to spread, gets nice. it's really creamy, and later when he stick it to the wall, it really looks firm and nice. So I advise you, if it's your first time dealing with tin sets, it's good to ask somebody who works with it and then gives you the advice of a good brand to buy, because as you can see, not all tin sets are the same. And I invite you now to continue watching this video till the end. Help us grow our channel. We are a couple trying to do everything on our own by ourselves. So we ask for your support. Every time you watch the whole video, you give us interaction and the channel grows. You are going to see that Andre is going to do a very good job now that he finally has the good tin set to install the tiles. And he's gonna make a hole, not using a hole saw because he didn't have, he only bought it later. So you are gonna see how he's gonna make this hole without a hole saw, using only a tile saw. And please keep watching, stay tuned. Angie will use floor spacers and also tile leveling clips to make sure he installed these tiles the best way it can be done. And here, Andre is gonna cut his first tile. He doesn't have a hole saw to cut, so he's gonna do it with a normal tile saw. He will go like slowly, trying to make this tile thinner and thinner and thinner till he makes this hole. And we are gonna see how he does that. Got a pipe with the same thickness, and now he's drawing. this one you don't even need this spacing stuff because it's already the joint, correct joint.
Devastating.
Let's see the level. Oh, look, perfect. Glue to the wall. Great, great job. You may notice that many times Anjay uses this rubber hammer. He squeezes it a little bit up, a little bit down, and then he squeezes the clip, and then he moves a little bit to one side to another. He does that because these ceramic tiles, they are really not first class. So they have imperfections. Many times they are bent. They are not really straight. So he tries to squeeze a little bit here, lose a little bit to the other side to make it the most level it can be. And also, many times they are bigger. One tile is a little bit bigger than the other. It's not so easy to level this, but need to have patience. A lot of patience. Check many times what's going on. For you to try to fix this kind of imperfection, to disguise this kind of imperfection, you need to put this tile a little bit in one side and a little bit to the other side. You cannot put the imperfection all to one side because then it's gonna show so much. So you really need to put a little bit to one side and a little bit to the other side, and then this way you disguise much better this kind of imperfection when one tile is bigger than the others. And this is what Anjay is always trying to do. And his work, in the end, I'm going to show you some other videos about this work, and you are going to see it's going to be perfect.
It's okay.